This or the shortest path between 2 points
Knowledge.
is straight line, right?
Knowledge.
A. This is A.
If you want to see the full video, $899 and you guys will get illuminated.
Now, your distance that you travel is equal to the rate at which you're moving multiplied by time.
Multiplied times!
I didn't think about the time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, think about it. This is your miles per hour times hours. That's your distance, right? Wow. Right?
Rate.
So this distance is distance, right? Now, when you have a mass, a body of mass, right? A tiny body of mass, it has an attraction, right? Earth has an attraction, but we're so small that...
Earth is a tiny body, bro?
Yeah, compared to larger
Dude,
stars.
you're calling me small?
Not that, but the rest of you.
Dude.
I mean, that has a very strong gravitational pull, so I have not verified.
Where is that on the chart, though, bro?
Right? It doesn't, it's beyond this. But a larger body of mass, right? This has a field of gravitational, right? Gravitational pull. A larger body of mass has a larger one.
Like yo mama.
Right? So what happens when you come close to a body of mass, right? You saw the whole like plane that Einstein dropped a ball on, and it's like you have a flat plane normally, but with a body of mass under it like this, then the plane actually shifts down, right?
Glenn talk.
Because the body of mass,
Big Glenn talk.
it pulls not just other mass, but it pulls space, right? And so this is the shortest distance.
Pulling space, but that means I also pull time.
Right, but let's just say...
Dude, I riz up time.
My maximum speed is 100 miles per hour, okay? And this distance is 100 miles. Let's just say that, right? So how long will it take for me to get from A to B? It'll take me 1 hour. 100 times 1 is 100, right? Well,
math, bitch.
When a body of mass...
That was right. We're not even...
Look, when there's a really large... When there's a really large body of mass nearby, the path you're heading, space shifts.
Wow.
Right? So now instead of a straight line, you think you're going a straight line, but you're going this way. Right? So you're still going at 100 miles an hour, right? And the distance has now increased. So instead of 100, it could be 150 because you're going around instead of straight. So the only other variable that can change here is time.
Holy shit.
And that's the theory of relativity. And that's why interstellar, time goes faster for one group than other person. Because they went too close to a large body of mass.
Big Glenn talk right now, bro.
Big Glenn talk.
Oh my God.
Interstellar behind the scenes.
This is Interstellar. That is the story of Interstellar, yeah. So, that's like dumbing it down. How would you finish?
I fuck with it though.
So tell me, why is it when I get an adrenaline rush, time slows down? Is it because my brain becomes a big ball of mass?
I think your energy becomes a big ball of mass, and your energy is just reacting with other people's energy.
So you're saying that Naruto 2 is not a fictional story, but I can actually go Goku right now?
You could if you really wanted to.
Is that true?
I mean, think about it this way, right? They do this test, and there's physical limits to everything.
I see it. I see it.
Concentrate your chakra.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Do you see that? That wasn't spinning! If you guys want to learn to go Goku, as I said, $8.99. We just gave you a free teaser of exactly what you're going to learn. Len Talk 2, 3, 4 volumes are available. Okay. We're going to get deep into astro-quantum physics. Yeah, you haven't heard of that yet. Because they're trying to keep that away from you. You're inside the matrix, okay? Knowledge is the escape. We also have a dance course. Woo! What's up next, huh?
What's nice, bro? What we gotta explain now?
You got any TED Talks?
I'm drawing a blank right now. Picking up these nuggets. It's
Wait, you drew this board?
I drew that board?
You're drawing a blank.
Yeah, that's it. The blank canvas.
All right.
now.
Going for ya. Knowledge drop.
Alright, explain how Wi-Fi works.
He's asking too many questions.
Fuck, we can't even cover that right now. What is 5G?
COVID.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Well, so Wi-Fi, you might know it like this. So there's 4. 5G. These are called gravitational waves. So that's where the G comes from. Yeah, so this... See, but when it's 5, the thing is you only have a shield of 4. So your body was fine when we had the 4G. But when the 5G comes, it breaks your shield. And then...
No winner.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And so what the government didn't want you to know is that your shield is only 4.
Wow.
4 points.
How we change that?
Yeah, people are figuring that out online. Don't worry, just you gotta find the right websites and you understand everything, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
When we were remote around
Buy the course.
They said
We'll tell you all about it. 6G.
6G
News fund. Anyways, new info drop.
what will they say?
This one's maybe a little more enlightened. So, okay. You had like a lot of other people who once came together, fell in love. Someone else was created, and this happened a very long time. Okay? And every single host was like, boom, I'm in an environment, and it was like, okay, well, I need to survive, because the ones that survived more and reproduced more. And then the other side of it was also, I need to reproduce, because the ones who reproduced made more of them. So that's our host, DNA. And inside your DNA, originally you were a motherfucker back in just like these plants and random dirt and grass and animals and all that shit. That's how we fucking lived.
The mycelium network?
You see, that's a whole nother story.
Holy shit.
But the mycelium, they're smart because they just say, where do I grow next? Where can I get more nutrients? And humans try to do that. But the thing is, nowadays, we now understand how to look at your brain, what it thinks is nutrients, is good for it, and we hack that shit, bitch. Capitalism, okay? I build a software platform. I say, go ahead, post your friends on it, post your slutty pics on it. Other people are gonna like that shit. We're gonna hack that shit. You think that's nutrients, you think you're getting little social points and you're actually getting closer with friends, but really, you're just in bed all day fucking scrolling, looking at other motherfuckers' lives. Now the part of the little reptile brain is getting hacked. Your software is getting hacked, motherfucker. You're getting exploited, drained, turned into a little chaser of what we like to call the evolutionary calculator. Those points you experience, dopamine. Now your brain wants to get as many of these for as least of these as possible. Can anyone tell me what is on the bottom there?
Calories.
Represented by the C. Thank you, Glenn. Very good. You've obviously been studying your textbooks quite well. Front of the class, always well. 10 points to you.
10 points?
10 points.
Yes.
Extra credits, bitch. So, your calorie points when you're on your phone with flicking your thumb, obviously it's pretty low. We used to have to go walk to the campfire to say hello to our friends. Sit down and be like, what's up? How you doing, Craig? Now we see Craig doing a backflip off a motorcycle onto a car Because every single Craig in the world is interconnected by these shits which can send information at the speed of motherfucking light to each other. And so we see all the crazy shit because our brain likes more than sitting by a campfire with some motherfuckers just chilling. It likes to see wild shit. It likes to see shit that makes it pissed off too. That gives you more of these points. Not for a very good reason, but just because you're getting hacked. It's bad nutrients.
Fuck.
Bad feed.
That's what the fuck we do, Jack.
Well,
What the fuck we do in this situation?
the cool part is that this very information is like a sword, okay? Or a shield, either way you want to look at it. Because while you're trying to get hacked, if you got the antivirus software, they can't get in. Let's go!
Let's go.
This is antivirus software for your mind! Yep, okay.
This is the best fucking subscription I've heard
Yeah.
in my lifetime, bro. I don't regret it.
It's a fresh download. That's all I'm saying.
Holy shit.
So, what's cool is that when we understand the system, we get to beat it. We not only get to have our antivirus, we also get a speed boost, motherfucker, overclocking. Yeah, you get faster. So, your day-to-day life, you eat some food, it's a good amount of dopamine, not a lot of calories. Nowadays, we don't need to do the hunting part, even though we used to track for miles on foot just to hunt down to get a piece of food. Now, someone's like, oh shit, I can't microwave it? That, woo! I don't know if I'm gonna be able to order my groceries to my house and then just put them in that oven that I have that automatically heats it up.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers in the past used to be making these fires and shit. So it's like, damn, life's a lot easier nowadays. Those motherfuckers in the past, they were just surviving. They didn't have time to think about stuff, to get caught up, extracted from, and then commit suicide. And so nowadays, even though we got so much more, we don't have the antivirus software, and so motherfuckers are getting caught up in this system, not realizing that there's an escape. That they don't need to be just fucking, I need more dopamine, and it's not making me happy. Of course you're not happy. You're getting turned into code. You're a data point in a bigger system, trying to extract every ounce of who you are, your dreams, and your essence, so they can get a few more attention points to turn into profit.
Right.
Nah,
Back.
that's unenlightened. Now, enlightened capitalism, that's a whole nother talk. You know, there's better currencies to gain when you empower someone. You get a little bit of their entire good future that you help them get. You did that. Now that lasts longer than those few dollars that you get in the meantime as we pace towards the inevitable, beautiful fucking future that we're pacing towards, might I say. But to get there, we definitely want to be able to have a lot of energy and to hack that system, understand where that energy comes from, so that we never look at all things that we can do as meaningless when we think of the entire chart as there's no dopamine divided by calories, activities that seem fun. I don't want to go outside, I don't want to see my friends. That's depression. That's when we fuck up the chart. We go from food to saying I'm scrolling on the app, and it's a type of high that going outside and walking can never get you. Dopamine points of walking is a lot more than a thumb scroll. But we know this. We know what we need to do. We know what's better for us. But how can we make it so that doing shit that we don't like to do isn't a fucking chore? Quick side story. When I was 18, prior to having my antivirus software installed, I was very depressed. I had 150 missing assignments in math class. My mom didn't let me go to my lacrosse tournament. Now it was AP Calculus. I did get a perfect 5 on the AP tests, even though I didn't do any homeworks. It's part of what made it difficult. My brain attaches hard to what I find valuable. So it was very difficult for me to value doing that sort of work. And it was so impossible for me that I actually cried one night trying so hard to get it done because I wanted so bad to go to lacrosse, but I didn't actually know how it could become easier. I was burning out. I was going balls to the wall, using a lot of calories. Mental work costs a lot, actually. Getting your actual work done on your phone, even though it's the same amount of physical caloric use, your brain uses 25% of your total body's caloric output. That's a lot of heat. It's a lot of generation. It's like you're doing a small sprint or walk in your brain relative to your evolutionary standpoint of how your brain is calculating your motivation. This is motivation. This is where it comes from. Expected reward divided by expected usage to get that reward. And obviously, once you use something a lot, your brain always knows that that reward is there. That's habits. Now, that can be good or bad. So, the big hack. Let's say that down here is where doing that thing you need to do, that work that's going to get you to your next step, get you to your next stage is. And it'd be really cool if that was as easy as going and playing your favorite video game. Right? That would be sick. It was just as easy as going and doing that thing that you just naturally want to go do. It can. With the antivirus software class course now. Buy the full kit. We're stopping here unless, you guys, 3 easy payments.
$8.99.
Just kidding. I am farming good karma. I don't want your money. I want you to become a better person so that all the good you do in the future, one day you might be like, hey Jack, thanks for that, man. That was valuable.
Fuck yeah.
That makes me fulfilled. Fulfillment lasts long more time than any of these dollar bills are going to be worth anything because these AIs are going to fucking make everything. Make it dirt cheap. So, in the meantime, we ball. Right. My work is down here. No, I don't want to do that. That costs a lot more calories. I'm having a lot more fun just doing a little scroll time. My brain's like, well, I gotta go to my lacrosse tournament, so we're gonna have to do it. So I start burning all these calories, working really hard on my brain, going downwards this entire time. I'm in mental distress. It's difficult. I hit a breaking point. The tasks aren't getting done. It's getting more difficult for me to go forward. Burnout. Game over. It wasn't until I learned the dopamine hack until I figured it all out. A lot of people call this meditation. You sit up, you do nothing. You may notice meditation doesn't work as well if you lay in your bed and just close your eyes. That's called napping. What's the big difference? Why the fuck can't I just lay down and close my eyes? Why is it when I'm sitting up? Obviously, that's the core dependent variable here. So this must be important relative to meditation. And I don't think anyone who's ever told you about meditation has ever told you this shit. Because we only got the fresh downloads here, the fresh hacks. Not for your computer, not to get some new games, but for your own mind. Thank you. So, in order to reset yourself, because you want to go down low. That's why meditation is so great. That's why you may exit a meditation and you might think to yourself, oh yeah, I can go do what I need to get done. People say it refreshes them. What it's doing is it's resetting your stimulus package. When you're laying down, let's imagine you're basically getting no dopamine. So let's just give you a 1 score. Swiping on your phone gets you 100 points. Laying down, doing nothing, you only get 1 point. It's not that fun. But you're not using jack all. You got 0.0001 caloric usage. Nothing's firing. So your brain's like, fuck yeah, that's 1,000. You know? Now when you sit up, you're not using too much energy. You gotta keep yourself upright. So we're out of 1. Which means it's a lot less fun. And you only get 1 point. In fact, I'd call it a 10. We'll give this a 0.1. It's 10 caloric usages to sit upright. So it doesn't cost a lot of calories to go to this state. It's It's much easier rather than burning out trying to do the harder thing, because you're burning a lot of calories to get there. But if prior to you going and doing what you don't really want to do, you hit the reset method, it takes a lot less energy to just tell yourself, I'm gonna sit and do nothing. You never burn out just by trying to be like, I'm just gonna give myself some time to reset. And that's the hack. You do that, you imagine in your mind this little scale happening. Eventually, if I sit here long enough, I'm going to want to go do that thing that I need to do. This is a technique. Now you will never burn out. You have the download, you have the software packet in order to remind yourself, I can go do that thing I need to do, and all I need to do is sit and do nothing and make myself so fucking bored that that thing actually sounds like something good to do. Because I did this for a full day, and it was a entirely new experience for me to sit down, and I had this email I needed to have written for like 2 weeks. I mean, this is when I was truly like, something's wrong with me, I'm lazy or ADHD, like, I can't just get what I want to do done. I just did nothing all day. Like, I did a dopamine fast, that's what some people call it. I just did it all day, I did nothing. And when I sat down to write that email, which I'd been putting off for 2 weeks, literally like hating myself for not doing it, it felt like I was playing like my favorite video game. And like while I'm writing a good sentence, felt like I was getting like headshots or good kills in the game. Like that same amp. Because this is like a whole roller coaster, like a theme park. Everything's relative in life.
Dopamine reset.
Your brain is really easy at forgetting what these past things were. That's why addictions go away over time, as they get coded less into your wiring. You get a fresh theme park, and then the rides you ride you can have in line with the self who you want to be the most. The best version of you. Then you add a tribe component to that. You surround yourself with motherfuckers.
Some real motherfuckers.
Some real motherfuckers. And then you guys, you assign points to different activities, and slowly you build a status structure around building each other up and higher. You're doing fucking TED Talks on a whiteboard late at night.
Okay.
It's a natural evolution.
Oh shit.
That's great. That was very well said.
Questions? Anyone? Don't be shy.
No one needs to sleep, right?
But if you can't find that reset point through meditation or
Like if you sit down,
dopamine, yeah, reset.
the cool thing to know is that it's always like there. You have to believe it's there in order to get to there. So for me, prior to understanding what that system was, I had tried meditation. And meditation I thought of as bogus. You know, because it didn't reset my brain. Well, the fact of the matter is, unless we understand how things work, we have to learn it in so many different ways in order for someone to teach it to us or make us believe in it. But the biggest belief we can ever have is like truth, like real knowledge. Knowledge is power. And so, without like the underlying message, for me, I don't know about you, but like I did meditation and I was like, I didn't get the fucking vibe from it. And I would give up. But I think by knowing that I'm resetting that thing, and then by doing it multiple times now, like I just reaffirm like, oh, this is truth, that eventually if I sit here long enough and do jack all, I'm going to get so bored that I'm gonna wanna go do that shit. That's like a hack, 100%. I just wait, you know? I'm just like, let me just wait. It will become fun. I'm not unhappy, I'm not in a rut. I I used to think, you know, I'm getting in big ruts and like, why right now are things so hard? Now it's like, oh, I'm just like, need to reset my brain.
Welcome, yeah.